Now, Ruby, there's a pretty big fight coming up that's featuring one of your favorite boxers, Errol Spence Jr. Why you such a big fan of Errol Spence?
I'm a big fan of Errol Spence because he puts his hands up a lot, he throws jabs a lot, he bends his knees a lot, he spreads his legs out a lot.
To the body.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Okay, my bad.
Hey, Kiwan, you gonna mess around and get another one of the hooks? Keep on now.
Let me be quiet. Go ahead, baby.
That's mostly like all people about it, and I'm a fan of.
Okay.
Yeah. I know him, man. He nice. He nice with it, boy. He nice with it.
He puts his hands out a lot, he like puts his hands out all the way.
Yes.
Like a lot.
He extends on his jab.
Yeah, and he extends on his jab, and
Yes.
he puts his body in it.
Yes.
He throws the hooks and stuff, and
Yes.
the uppercuts, and
He turn on him. He turn on him. Let them have it so they can taste all of it. So you want them out on the tail end of that jab so they can get all that speed. You don't want it to stop here. You want them to taste all of it. Stop, 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 stop. Down, down. Yeah. You like that. That's what I still got it. It's slow. It's real slow now, but I still got it. It's very slow now. You know. Yeah, you can't move. If I throw the punch, you have to stay there and accept it. Hey, Ruby, I got somebody I want you to say hello to.
okay.
I want you to say hi to the unified welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr.
How you doing, young Ruby?
Right there.
Yo, get out of here, man.
Got him.
Look at
I
her,
really
mama.
appreciate
There you
what
go,
you're
right
doing.
there. She might cry. She's so happy right now. Look at her, man. There you go. Oh, man, we appreciate you, bro. Really appreciate you.
Hey, man, that's love right there, man. I really appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you.
Wow.
I ain't know I had fans that young.
So happy, right?
That's love right there. That's motivating right there.
Yeah.
She love you, bro.
I appreciate that. I
Hey,
seen talking about my attributes right there.
Yeah. See, sometimes, man, you never know. You never know what you do, how it affects
Who's
somebody.
watching?
That's why, man, it like kills me when I hear dudes talk about, well, I'm not a role model. I ain't here for your children. You don't know who you here for. You have no idea, man, that some young kid somewhere is looking at you from a distance, just wanting to be you, just wanting to touch you, just wanting to feel you. And this moment right here is really how that is. Dad, you gonna be all right? Everybody messed up on this here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Hey, you really don't realize how much a role model you are until you see things like this. You know, it's heartwarming.
Yeah. Well, for her,
Motivating too.
You know, it's all encouragement for her, you know. So, you know, that touches me as a father, you know.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate what you're doing too. Cause my father been with me my whole career, and I really appreciate what you're doing. This, and it's been a lot of other people, you know, try to break me and my father apart to try to separate our bond and things like that. But you can't separate somebody who's been there since day one and been grinding with me and striving with me and, you know, been there with me during the darkness to the light. So, and that's why I remind, especially people her age and younger, to just, you know, stick with people who've been there. Like your father been there since day one, since he didn't know you was able to box, since he didn't know any talent that you had, and he stuck with you. So remember who was there from the jump, and you know your father loves you, and whether you didn't have nothing or whether you didn't make any money, he's gonna be there to take care of you and be there to support you wherever you go through.
Man.
That's right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Really do.
See, this
No
story
problem.
here is richer than she's a boxer. This is about a father's relationship with his daughter, a father's love for his child, a child who, unbeknownst to a star, is such an example for her, such an inspiration, Earl, man. And then for you to take your time out just to do this. I mean, look, you busy. You know, you ain't. It ain't. Look, you a professional fighter. It ain't like you ain't got
You
nothing
get
to
ready
do.
to fight Danny Garcia, man.
Let me talk to you for a second, Errol. When you're getting ready for a fight like this, what's something that you try to have in your mind when you're in training camp? You know your work ethic and all.
Really, well, my work ethic is based on my mother and father. Like before I had, now it's my kids. I got a 3 and 4 year old. I got 2 daughters, and you know they motivate me too. But before that, it was my mother and my father. I seen how my father used to go to work, take the night shift. He was a contractor, drive trucks, and then at 3 o'clock after school, he used to take me to the gym and then go back to work by 7 to 8 p.m. So he barely got any rest, any sleep, and he used to go there just because of my dream. And you know, I see that, and I see how my mom motivated me and how she kept pushing me. How she went to work every day, and now I just keep working because she's retired now. My dad's retired now, and they rely on me. You know, I bring the bread home. I'm the breadwinner, so you know that's what keeps me motivated and keeps me hungry because I was able to retire my mother and my father, and I feel like that's the ultimate goal. You know, as a child, is to honor your mother and father, and that's the only way I can think of honoring my mother and father by retiring them and making sure that they don't have to lift a finger another day in their life if they don't want to.
That's special. Hey, Ruby, is there anything you'd like to say to Errol?
Ask him the secret to that jab. That's what we trying to figure out. That's what we want to know about that jab, mama. Ask about that jab. You okay? When you meet your hero, man, it's shocking sometimes. She didn't expect this at all. I didn't expect it.
Brother,
You know?
I understand it, man. You get to the moments. But what's great about this whole moment is the emotion for everybody. The heart that Errol had to do something like this, the reaction of Ruby and the reaction of her dad, that's it. Enough said. Interview over.
That's it.
We got to talk about nothing. Picture speech, picture 1,000 words. Man, I appreciate y'all. Listen, keep doing what you're doing. Keywan, keep loving your little girl. Ruby, keep fighting. You one day can be world champ just like Errol Spence Jr. Thank y'all for joining.
Ruby. I'll be watching.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
Errol, good luck in the upcoming fight.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Hey, let me end it with this. Unified welter worldweight champion Errol the True Spencer Jr. He will face 2-division world champion Danny Garcia on Fox Sports PBC. That's pay-per-view on Saturday, November 21st. I'll be there. Hey, Keywan and Ruby, thank y'all for joining us. And can't wait to see you go pro, little Ruby.
That was an honor. It was an honor, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you.